on that note, I know that Biggie and Puffy are here tonight. Did you see them? Do you have anything to say to them at all?
Nah, but even if we saw them, we are businessmen. We are not animals. It's not like we're gonna see them and rush them and jump on them. If they see us and they want drama, we're gonna definitely bring it like only.
So, for the first time in more than 2 decades after the passing of Tupac Shakur, Snoop Dogg has broken his silence on the mysteries surrounding the death of Tupac, and he just claimed Jay Z and Diddy. First of all, the past few days have shown Diddy has a lot of skeletons in his closets. He has stepped on lots of toes, and now that the feds want information on any dirt that anyone has on Diddy, loads of celebrities are speaking up, and the latest person to speak is Snoop Dogg, and he just spilled the tea on Diddy and Jay Z's involvement in the death of Tupac, claiming they set him up and paid for him to be unalived. For those who might not be aware, the death of Tupac Shakur remains one of the biggest mysteries in hip-hop. The day Tupac died, he was in Las Vegas for the Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon boxing match. After the match ended, he and his entourage were recorded engaging in an altercation with a man named Orlando Anderson. And after the fight ended, Tupac and his crew left the arena and went somewhere else. Tupac was riding as a passenger in a BMW alongside Suge Knight when he was targeted in a drive-by. The shooters, who were in a white Cadillac, opened fire at a stoplight, hitting Tupac at least 4 times. Now, not many people came forward to help the police with the investigation, and that's probably why the investigation was as good as closed. One of the very few people who has actively talked about this incident is Keith D. You see, at the time of the incident, Keith was a gang member who lived in Compton, and he rose through the ranks to become a shot caller. He was also running a side business for himself with his multi-million-dollar drug empire in Nevada and neighboring states. After his business fell, Keith built a name for himself by appearing in interviews and podcasts, saying he was one of the few people alive who witnessed the passing of Tupac. In one of his numerous interviews about Tupac, Keith talked about the night Tupac was taken and explained the incident in a lot of detail, saying that Tupac and his crew beat up his cousin at the MGM Arena. He reached out to an associate later that night, got a gun, and tossed it to the guys at the back seat. He went on to reveal that was the gun used. Keith also revealed that he gathered 3 vehicles full of men to confront Suge because Suge and Tupac disrespected him. He also said that he and his men waited at Club 662, but when Knight and Tupac didn't show up, they set off looking for him. He claimed Tupac was in the front seat of the BMW and with his head out, talking to some girls.
Harlem, and shit, here he coming at BMW. All the chicks was like, Tupac, and he was like a celebrity, like he was in a parade. He wouldn't even been out the window.
Keith revealed that they moved closer to the BMW Tupac was in and shots were fired. Now, he didn't name the person who pulled the trigger, but he claimed that it was someone sitting in the back seat. He then claimed that after the incident, he drove the Cadillac back to Compton where it was cleaned and repainted.
You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
To keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the...
He has talked about the case so many times in his interviews, and it was a lot of he said, she said, and the police didn't even really consider him a person of interest in the case. But he went overboard with his recent revelations, and this just made it seem like he knew more than he was telling. The police have obviously been investigating this case for a while, and with all the Keith had been spilling, it was only a matter of time before he was caught. Las Vegas Metro Police finally revealed that they now considered Keith to be an accomplice in the murder of Tupac, saying that his own words reignited the investigation into Tupac Shakur's death, leading to the arrest. Now, this isn't the first time that the police looked into Keith, because he was a person of interest back in 2009. However, he only decided to talk to the police because a proffer agreement was on the table, which meant that any of the statements he made could not be used against him. For those who might not be aware, a proffer is an agreement between a prosecutor and a suspect. in which the individual agrees to provide the government with information regarding an investigation, but the statements generally cannot be used against the person. So the case was as good as dead to the public until a few months back when Las Vegas police raided an apartment in connection to the death of Tupac. 8 News released a video that showed the police raiding the apartment, and this brought back the conversation surrounding the death of Tupac.
Several minutes after police arrive with lights and a bullhorn blaring, the garage door opens and a man and woman appear. Sources say the person on the right, is Davis.
Put your hands up. Sir, you need to put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put your hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head right now. Hold on, my lord. Hands on top of your head.
Davis and the woman then get handcuffed.
Just me and my wife, man.
And ask why police.
And on 29th of September 2023, Las Vegas Metro Police announced that they had arrested Keith and he would be charged. The arrest is the first major development in the case since the incident occurred 27 years ago. Keith was charged with 1 count of murder with a gang enhancement. He was described as the on-ground, on-site commander who ordered the death of Shakur by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police.
For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis, aka Keefy D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur.
While we were still in shock over this, Greg Kading, who initially worked on Tupac's case, said, "We knew about Davis all the way back from his initial confession to law enforcement. We sat him down back in 2009, and he confessed to his role in the murder along with other co-conspirators, but then he began to go out, publicly boast about his involvement in the murder, and that led to law enforcement in Las Vegas taking another look at his claims, and ultimately, he's talked himself right into jail." So, after Diddy's home got raided by Homeland Security and news broke that the feds were expanding their investigations into Diddy's past, looking at his connections into some unsolved cases, Snoop went public about Diddy's and Jay Z's involvement in the death of Tupac. He revealed that it was public knowledge that Death Row and Bad Boys had bad blood, and Diddy and Jay Z knew Tupac was going to be at the Mike Tyson fight at MGM Arena, so they reached out to Keith D and paid him to unalive Tupac. Snoop claimed the story Keith sold about Tupac disrespecting him was made up, and the real reason he shot Tupac was that Jay Z and Diddy paid him to. And he claims he is going to come out with evidence linking Diddy and Jay Z to Keith D and the murder of Tupac in the coming days. Snoop's revelation adds to the already pilling information people have voluntarily given to the feds. In Diddy's case, I think it is safe to say lots of people want Diddy gone, and with the information we have now, Diddy would be gone in no time, and trust me, he would be gone for a long time. News of Snoop Dogg accusing Diddy and Jay Z of setting up Tupac shocked the internet, and fans left comments saying Tupac was really the truth, like Diddy should have died instead of him. So Tupac's idea of Puffy having him set up to be shot at Quad Studios in NYC doesn't sound so far-fetched anymore. So do you think Jay Z and Diddy truly paid Keith D to unalive Tupac, or do you think Snoop might be wrong on this? Let me know what you think in the comments, then check out this next video.